Prolific low-budget filmmaker and actor Shane Ryan and 8 other like-minded movie creators of the cost-effective school of entertainment come together to take us on a journey back to the 80s. An era of high horror, far-out fantasy, schlock sci-fi and all-out action, infused with psychedelic soundtracks and politically incorrect dialogue by today's standards, to hook the young adult generation on a new home fix called VHS. Today, these B-movie bastions form a brotherhood of mad sin cinema to bring back their retro-fueled memories of yesteryear in reverence of viewing audiences of old, and the free-willed, non-Hollywood indoctrinated fun flick followers of the new youth today generation. Sit back, slide your granny's false teeth set to silent and jump aboard Jean-Claude Van Damme's Time Cop Travelator, taking Arnold Schwarzenegger's advice to go with him if you want to relive the 80s, and you shall then be prepped and prepared to be awesomely righteous and radical. Dialing back up the decade of unrated and cinema unreleased, divine doggy doo-doo and golden nugget world cinema dodgy dubbed brilliance, awesomely righteous and radical throws together all the fervour and flavour of 80s movies in an anthology of giggly schoolgirl goodness and wild brain-splattered bloody balls-out brevity rarely witnessed outside of a Marilyn Manson video or gummy bear gargling contest hosted by Mark Ormond. This is no soft sell. This crack is addictive. Just ask Clint. Pre-pump your stomachs and leave room to swallow a manload of Swamp Buck, the first up directed short that sets the 80s scene on fire with a reliable, round-the-campfire, scary storytelling tale of a father and son out hunting together in the local swampland forest, stalking a swamp buck. A man-eating deer, and what a hoof-hearted starter with a killer kick this proves to be. Barely time to refill then, as an immune survivor in a post-apocalyptic world steps out to slay the decaying dead and gone bad cast in a highlight reel episode of a boy, a bike and a girl in a landscape where gas mask wearing goons and bloody psychos are taken down by a katana blade wielding, power glove wearing kid. Fans of Turbo Kid sign up here as Lone Wolf and Cub mixes with Night of the Comet, with a rocking soundtrack playing from the boys' Walkman that tributes Corey Feldman and Haim to the tunes of Dream a Little Dream. Shorter, good to okay stories then fill nicely the time between the meaty 80s chewits of choice here, such as when a girl finds a wallet in the street with money inside and a note with a return address and telephone number to contact. She of course makes the literal wrong call, and the consequence has a neat Asian ring to proceedings. Los Angeles connection as an enraged husband going all Death Wish style vigilante after his wife is needlessly killed in a home invasion. Party Like It's 1984 has problematic party pooper Bob sat in a psychoanalytical session, but in his mind world he is living life like Mr. T from the A-Team, and sure doesn't suffer fools when a plan doesn't come together. The somnambulist sees day 62 of a coma state experiment from 1987 fall apart as the three scientists fail to act in time when fear fatally proves to be a key trigger word. Many real 80s great actual movie trailers and infomercials pop up in the mix with great glee, which is where we see credit given Clint Eastwood pop up as Harry Callahan doing his part to fight the war on drugs. There's also a kung fu demo workout spool and the bizarrely brilliantly bad samurai cop trailer that features stars Matthew Caridas, Melissa Moore, and of course the memorable Robert Zadar, famous for a jaw so big you're gonna need a bigger TV to watch most of his movies, and a chin so prevalent that even Bruce Campbell could not stunt double for it in Maniac Cop. Look out too for many visual cue moments of magical 80s adornments, such as a poster for zombie flesh eaters. This is a fast cut, express edit, raw shot anthology of trash-tasticness. A 6 out of 10 swallow and see Amazon of 80s schlock, awesome that is a not so nasty video rewind to the 80s. Odyssey of the Disturbed delivers an ironic battle cry defending the charge against VHS movies, provoking needless violence, which is a visual memoir with little dialogue of 80s movie styling, adorned with a retro rock jam spread upon a thick crust of tasty treats. It glosses over the amateur acting by minimising the dialogue well here. Luna de Mort deliciously serves up a black-gloved killer wielding an old-style hand razor blade straight out of Tenebrae, and reminds us 80s geeks of blood and gruel that the Italians played a huge role in, making the decade so great. An ode to the giallo and the days of dominance when Dario Argento was truly great. Awesomely righteous and radical goes out of an 80s overload high note, pitched to near perfection in the mind-blowing botulistic brain hemorrhage excess that is Tumor Hunter. A Cronenberg, Romero, Carpenter, wet dream mashup of hyper-violence and extreme 80s street trash phobia. Jim Van Beber blessed. A wheelchair-bound guy with a tumour goes all-out scanners mode, controlled by his invasive, self-aware tumour. A bloody violence exploding out all around him. Only one man can stand up to the terror. Tumor Hunter. Coming soon to a screen near you. Awesomely righteous and radical. Is so 80s brilliant bad. It'll blow your ballsack through a brick wall. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Then how can I play the guitar? With these! Buckaroobanzai is pure nutty fun.
Okay.